Let's be honest. When it comes to fighting, speed isn't just an advantage. It's domination. The faster you react, the more your opponent looks like they're fighting in slow motion. Every punch they throw, every kick they try, you're already 2 steps ahead. Almost like you can predict the future. But here's the harsh truth. Most people never develop real fighting reflexes. They train their muscles, not their instincts. They get stronger, not sharper. And that's exactly why they lose to fighters who seem unfairly fast. Because fighting isn't about who's bigger or tougher. It's about who reacts first. The mind that sees the move before it even happens wins. You've probably seen those fighters who dodge punches like it's nothing, who move as if they've already read their opponent's entire playbook. You think it's natural talent. It's training the mind to stop overthinking and start responding. The reason your reflexes feel slow isn't because you lack skill. It's because your brain has been trained to hesitate. Since childhood, you've been conditioned to think before reacting. Society rewarded caution. Teachers told you to slow down and be careful. But in a fight, that habit becomes your biggest weakness. Your conscious mind freezes, while your subconscious, the part that's supposed to protect you, stays caged behind hesitation. Fast reflexes aren't just about your hands or your eyes. They're about breaking that mental cage. Once you stop letting your brain ask for permission before moving, you enter what fighters call the reflex zone, where reaction is automatic, effortless, and terrifyingly fast. It's like your body develops its own intelligence, responding before thought even arrives. And here's what most people don't realize. The difference between a normal fighter and one with unfairly fast reflexes isn't years of training. It's rewiring. Training your brain to process chaos as clarity. Teaching your nervous system that every movement, every strike, every dodge doesn't need your mind's approval. It just needs your instinct's command. When you master that, fights no longer feel like chaos. They slow down. You start noticing tiny details others miss. The twitch of a shoulder before a jab. The shift of balance before a kick. You stop guessing and start knowing. That's when fighting becomes almost unfair. Not because you cheat, but because you've learned to see and react faster than humanly expected. Part 1. Rewire the alarm. Sensory priming and automaticity. Listen close. Your nervous system is obedient. It only needs a new set of orders. Stop treating reflexes like a gift and start treating them like a program you can upload. Every training session, begin with sensory priming. Quick, repeated exposures to tiny, unpredictable stimuli, flashes, sounds, light taps, and force your body to answer before your brain decides. Don't overthink it. Feel the cue, move. Repeat until the response isn't a decision. It's a reflex. Use short bursts, 20 to 30 seconds, with full focus. Then small rests. This conditions the spinal cord and brainstem pathways to shortcut conscious thought. Say to yourself, move now, think later, and mean it. The mind will start deferring to your body's emergency wiring. The result? The first microsecond of hesitation disappears, and you're reacting as if someone else lives in your limbs. Fast, ruthless, inevitable. Part 2. Pattern hunting. Train your eyes to predict, not watch. Most fighters watch. Winners read. You will teach your eyes to hunt patterns. The slight shoulder pull, the weight shift, the knee that tells a kick is coming, and convert those micro-patterns into immediate motor programs. Run pattern drills. Watch clips slowed to 50%, and call the move before it completes. Then move to live partner drills, where the partner repeats 5 tiny tells and mixes them randomly. Your job is to call and act on the tell the instant it appears. Don't try to memorize moves. Learn the physics behind them. Teach your gaze to scan for pre-movement cues and lock on. Once your visual system starts predicting, your body gets a head start. You don't become faster, you simply start moving earlier, and that looks like unfair speed. Part 3. Micro-explosions, fast twitch conditioning for reflex. Speed without power is a blip. Your nervous system must be able to execute in the flash it's been primed for. Train micro-explosions. Ultra-short, maximal effort outputs. 3 to 6 second sprints, single explosive lunges, clap push-offs, with long rests so every rep is an explosive command. Keep reps low, intensity max. This favors fast twitch motor units and the neural drive that makes a reflex meaningful. Combine with contrast drills, heavy, slow load, to prime muscle recruitment, followed immediately by an unloaded explosive move. The nervous system learns to switch from gritty strength to instant speed. Over weeks, your body answers the brain's move with immediacy instead of sluggishness. Don't bulk up. Get wired to snap. Part 4. Peripheral mastery and multimodal cues. Reflexes that win aren't only about the center line, they live in your periphery. Train peripheral vision and multimodal integration so you react to sound, shadow, and motion around you, not just the obvious front. Do exercises where you must respond to stimuli from the corner of your eye or to a random clap behind you. Add auditory drills. Partner randomly says a number, and you must execute a flow. The brain that can fuse sight, sound, and proprioception gets 1,000 tiny alarms. Your body learns to respond to the first alarm it receives. This creates layers of redundancy. If you miss a visual cue, an auditory micro-cue still triggers your movement. The effect? You appear everywhere at once and move before opponents even finish deciding what to do. Part 5. Pressure. Hardening. Make reflexes immutable. Under stress, speed. Trained in calm will die in chaos. So you must pressure harden reflexes until they're immune to adrenaline and fear. Simulate stress, timers, fatigue, random penalties, surprise starts. Then force performance. Do sets where, after a brutal conditioning round, you immediately shift into reaction drills. Fatigue reveals hesitation, and your brain relearns to trust automatic responses under load. Add unpredictability, multiple stimuli, changing rules mid-drill, or a crowd-simulating noise layer. Each time you succeed under pressure, your subconscious files a victory and lowers the threshold for automatic movement. Over time, your reflexes become not just fast, but stable, the kind of speed that persists when everything else collapses. Train these 5 pillars relentlessly and with intent. Sensory priming to open the pathway, pattern hunting to predict, explosive conditioning to execute, peripheral cues to widen your net, and pressure hardening to lock it in. Practice safely, with partners and protective measures. Speed is meaningless if it costs your health. Do this, and your reactions won't just improve, they'll become unfair. Now tell me honestly, how many times have you thrown a punch and realized too late what was coming back at you? Be real. Do you freeze for that 1 second before reacting? Because that single second, that's the difference between domination and defeat. So here's what I want you to do. Drop a comment right now and tell me which part hit you hardest. Was it the sensory rewiring, the pattern hunting, or the pressure hardening part that made you rethink your training? I want to see who's really going to reprogram their instincts and who's just going to watch and forget. Because here's the truth. Most people talk about getting faster. Very few actually train their mind for it. Which side are you on? The watchers, or the ones who move before thought even exists? Go ahead, prove it in the comments. Let's see who's ready to become unfairly fast.